Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Abdul Jabbar Ali, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to build your life in your 20s. So guys, in this video, not article, I'll be sharing with you how to build your life in your 20s. Because if you fail to build your life in your 20s, then you might end up not getting where you want to be, and this is very bad. So without wasting time, I will share with you 7 things on how to build your life in your 20s. The things that I'll be sharing with you in this article, not in the article video. I'm saying articles because guys, I'm used to writing articles. I'm used to writing articles and it always pops up in my head. So guys, I'm so sorry for that. I hope you understand that. So guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 7 points on how you can build your life in your 20s. And the things that the tips that I'll be sharing with you in this video are actually the things that I'm doing currently to build my life in my 20s. And I'll also share with you some of the examples, some of the things that I do currently, and I'm not just saying things just because of this and that. So guys, without wasting time, sit tight. If you have to grab your notebook, just take your notebook so that you hear what I have to share with you. So let's get started. So the first thing on how to build your life in your 20s is to avoid wasting your time. So guys, time is so precious. If you waste your time in your 20s, there's no way you'll build your life to a level where you want it to be. So let's say if you waste your time on things that actually don't add value in your life. You keep on doing things that don't benefit you in any way. For instance, if you spend hours playing video games, let's just say maybe like 6 hours a day playing video games, and which I know some of you guys, this is something that you are doing because you just feel so comfortable. There's not that much responsibility on you. Maybe if you're in college, maybe you are in university, maybe you are in high school, you think that, or maybe there's no day that I'll be accountable for what I do. Because I don't have to pay for anything. I just feel like I should just waste my time. I should play video games. I should have fun to the fullest. But trust me, there'll come a point that you'll be accounted. You'll be accounted for everything that you do. So you have to make sure that you use your time to your fullest. Use your time effectively. Ensure that every hour you spend, every minute that you spend, every second that you spend on this earth in your 20s matters the most. And this means that in your 20s you have so much energy, you have so much potential, and there's a high potential in you making things the way you want them to be. This is the moment that you set your life the way you want it to be. So you should not waste your time doing things that won't add value in your life. So this means you'll have to stop doing some of the things that waste your time for no good. Maybe let's say playing video games, so 6 hours. I'm not telling you that you should not play video games. I do play video games, but it's really rarely for me to play video games. I spend most of my time creating YouTube videos and writing, publishing my articles on my blog, and also learning. I'm a student. Currently about to do my last exam. I pursue mechanical engineering implant option. So I'm an engineer. So I do study a lot when I'm at school, and I also do have to focus on my YouTube channel. I have to keep it going, and also have to. So I don't have so much time to waste, and this is what is building me right now. Building the website, building this YouTube channel. The website is something that earns me money, and that is something that is I'm wasting my time on, and it's actually adds value to my life, and I'm becoming someone who some other people are really willing to be. People wish they were me. So this is something that you should do. If you are wasting time on things that don't add value in your life, I just recommend you stop doing those things. Stop doing if you are doing something, just take a moment and think about it and ask yourself, if I'm doing this thing, what will it add in my day, or what will I learn from it? What will I attain from it? You have to ask you this question before you think of doing something that will waste your time. And this is what will build your life in your 20s. The moment you'll know how to use your time to the fullest, effectively, you know how to plan your time, then this is what will build you. This is what will give you the chance to use your time to make a better version of yourself. This is what will make you use your time to learn things that you don't know. This is what will give you the time to connect with people who will help you in the future. People with connections that are valid, connection that will help you move from one step to another. Because time flies, and the time you waste will not be recovered. It's not recoverable. You can't recover the time you wasted. So ensure that you are using your time effectively if you want to build a life. So the second thing on how to build your life in your 20s is you should be willing to learn. If you're not willing to learn in your 20s, there is no way you will build a life, because most of the things that will make you successful in life, they all require you to learn. If it's about your career, you need to spend hours in classes. Even if it's not spending hours in classes, but you'll need to do something to earn that knowledge. For instance, maybe let me say like for my case, I'm a blogger. I do have a website, several websites that I do publish articles on. If I never learned on how to do search engine optimization, on how to create articles that rank on Google, on how to do image optimization, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I'm having a website that brings almost 2,000 people per day, and this is amazing. This is freaking amazing. I never thought this will happen one day, but I just did it, and I did it by learning. Also, when I talk about on my career side, I'm not that genius, I'm not that bright so much, but I usually try my best to achieve the most of what I learn. So let me talk about my studies. For instance, I'm an engineer, so I do study hard, and this is something that I'm not bragging about myself, but I do spend so much time learning the things that I don't know, and this is what makes me to be successful from year one to my last year, this year, which is 2022, which I'll be finishing my college and my career that I'm pursuing at the college right now. So you should be willing to learn. If you want to build your life, be willing to learn those things that will bring a change in your life. Learn something that you know in future. This knowledge that I'm acquiring will help me set my life straight, and this is what will give me the power to be the person I want to be in future. So you should be willing to learn. Read so many books, watch so many YouTube videos that add value to your life, and just be open-minded. Read anything that will help you. Even if that knowledge won't help you today, but it will help you in future, and this is what you should be doing. So another third point on how to build your life in your 20s is to focus on your career. For instance, if you're a student, you are pursuing medicine, you should just focus on your career. Because if you fail to achieve the most out of your career, you will fail, and after you fail, if you have nothing else to do apart from your career, then you'll be doomed. This means you won't have anything else to do, and your life won't going to be the way you expect it to be. Maybe your main aim was for you to finish your career and get employed somewhere in an amazing hospital, and suddenly your dreams are shattered because you never focused on a career, and your career is what was supposed to turn your life into something else, something meaningful, and you never did that. So how do you expect your life to be the way you want it to be if you never focused on what actually was to take you to the place where you want to be? So you should focus on your career, do things that you know will bring a positive impact to what you do, to the things you study. So focus on your career fully. If you are someone, if you know that that is the only thing that you know that if you know that those certificates, credentials that you need from that career are what will change your life, you should focus on it, because your life depends on it. So I'm not telling you that if you have other means, maybe let's say maybe you are a YouTuber, you are a fashion designer, you are a musician, and your life is amazing on the other side, you should not focus on a career. For instance, let me talk about my case here. As I told you earlier, I'm a student, an engineer, and at the same time I do have a successful blog. But if you ask me, why don't you just why don't you just quit college, pursuing your mechanical engineering, and get into the world of blogging and the YouTube thing? You know what? I just focus on my career, but I also have something else to do. And this is what you should be doing. When you do something like that, you'll have a means. I mean, you'll have, you'll have options. You're someone who, if you want to manage to be successful on this area, then you'll hop onto this other area, and things will be amazing for you. And this is what you should do. But if you don't focus on your career, and that is the only thing that you depend on, then, my friend, your life will be wrong. And if you want to do it in your 20s, then it will be very hard for you to do it in your 30s, because you'll have other responsibilities there. Maybe you'll have kids, you'll need to pay things, you'll need to pay for, there's so many things that can happen in future, and this won't give you the kind of life that you want to be. So focus on your career. If you know that is the only thing that you depend on to move your life to the next step. The fifth point on how to build your life in your 20s is to cut off people who don't add value to your life. Yeah, you should just cut off friends who don't add value to your life. People who don't bring anything positive in your life. Why should you be friends with them, first of all? How will they benefit you? But benefit your life. So you just have to take care you have to be cautious. You have to be careful with the people you choose to invite your life, the friends you hang out with, the people, the content you consume from the people who are always around you. If you know that you have a group of friends that always drag you to the wrong path, then you should just cut those people off, because they don't add anything to your life. If you also have these friends who always advise you to do things that you know they can potentially ruin your life in your 20s, then these people you should say goodbye. Don't feel bad for ending that friendship with those people who keep on ruining your life. So this is what you should do. If you know that you have a group of friends who always do things or discourage you to do things that keeps improving you, maybe you are trying to make yourself a better version of yourself, you are trying to work on your weaknesses, and you are trying to learn, and these people are mocking you and cutting you off because you are doing those things. These are not people you should associate in your life, and these are the people that will end up ruining your life. So you should just cut them off and focus on people who will bring a positive impact in life. So this is the point where I'll tell you that you should just be alone. If you don't have friends who are self-motivated as you are, you should just be on your own and focus on what matters. I know trying to be better will make you feel lonely, and that is what I talked about in my other video on ways on how to improve on yourself. I'll leave the link in the description box so that you can check it out and see how this can affect you. You'll be lonely. I don't want to lie to you that you'll have so many friends if you're trying to build a life, but that is the fact. You have to cut some people off for you to move from one step to another, because if you try to please everyone, if you try to please all your friends that you are around with, and they don't like what you do, then they'll end up ruining your life. So you should just cut them off, and that is what I did. Yeah, that is what I did. I have very few friends. People you can count, very few friends. And because of what? It's because I'm always busy, I'm always working on my dreams, I'm always pursuing greater things. I want to become someone reliable. I want to be the person who will take my family to the next level. And this mindset that I developed since I was young is just what made me do the things I do today. This is what I make these YouTube videos. I want to also impact other people out there and do the same things that I do, so that their life is going to be better. So guys, that is what you should do. Another way to build your life in your 20s is to build yourself financially. Yeah, you have to build yourself financially, because you won't depend on your parents or family for the rest of their life. There'll be a point you'll be on your own, and you'll need money to survive. For instance, like in my case, currently I'm in college, and when I go back to school, it's all on me. I can't keep on depending on my dad or my mom to keep on supporting me financially. That doesn't work for me. It feels awkward when I ask my dad or my mom to support me financially at this age. Currently I'm 25 years old. Yeah, 25 years old, still depending on your dad to buy you some things that you can just buy for yourself. So, but when I'm not saying that I usually don't depend on my family, but it was back when I was in first year. My blog was not yet at the level where I wanted it to be, and I was struggling. I had to ask my dad and my mom to support me. But right now I'm trying to build my life. I'm trying to be financially free, and that is why I started the blog on the first place. And the blog currently is going on amazing, and that is why I thought, let me just shift to YouTube and let me focus on YouTube for a while before I think of doing something else. And this is what I do currently. So you should build yourself financially. You should find ways that you can make money, so that you don't be dependent on your family or friends or maybe your partner. So build yourself financially, and this is what will open more doors for you. So try to come up with something that you know will generate income for you. You can start a business, you can start a blog, you can start a YouTube channel, you can start selling your digital product online. Write an ebook and sell it online. You can do so many things to start making money, and by 30s you'll be a millionaire, and this will change your life, and you'll be someone else. And this is what you should do if you want to build your life in your 20s. The other thing that you should do if you want to build your life in your 20s is to travel the world. If you have the money to travel the world, you should do it. Don't sit back and do things and say that your life is exciting and you don't need to see the place. You have to travel the world and see the other people's culture out there, so that you relate to your culture and find value from that. And that is what will make your life interesting. You live an interesting life. You'll also get exposed. Your mind will be open up. Your mind will be broadened, and Is it broadened? No, I really don't know that. Your mind will be widened. I think you'll have so much experience when you travel the world, and this is what will give you that exposure that you need. This is what will give you experience. And when you finally want to settle down in your 30s or 40, you realize that, I went to Machu Picchu, I went to Indonesia, I went to France, and I learned this and this and this, and those knowledge that you'll acquire, and those experience, and what you'll see out there is what will build your life. You'll be someone else, and you won't be just like the other person who didn't travel anywhere in the world. Someone who just sat somewhere and became comfortable in that. So if you want to build your life in your 20s, this is what you should do, guys. So the last point that I'll be sharing with you on how to build your life in your 20s is to stop being too dependent. Stop being too dependent on your parents or family. And I kind of touched about that point when I was talking on how on building yourself financially, don't depend too much on your parents or family. Just learn to be independent. So, and you can learn to be independent by trying to do things that will make you not to depend on your parents or family. So let me think of something here. For instance, you are in, maybe let's say you are in university and you need money. So you should just, when you get money from your parents, don't just think of spending that money, parting with that money, and wasting it in some ways that I don't even want to talk about. So you should just use that money, invest that money into something that you know will help you in future. For instance, starting a blog. How much does it cost really to start a blog? I remember when I started my blog, I only used about, it was around $50 that I used to start my blog. I bought a domain at Namecheap and hosting, and I just got started, and things are amazing right now. That is an investment that I made, and that is what keeps money coming in every month. So you can do the same. So think of investing so that you can be independent, so that you won't have to rely on your dad or mom to send you some money and get wasted, or do some things that you regret later on in your life. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, just leave your comment. I get back to you. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't hit the like button and subscribe, can you kindly do so? I'm watching you. Can you kindly do it for me? Kindly do it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace out.